Hello and welcome to my video. So today we're having a look at Elvis's opinion on the movies. And of course there is so much that Elvis said in 1972 where he was physically ill with the movies. But when pushed, Elvis defended his movies and I want to explore that. So let's listen to Elvis discuss his movies.
At that time, I wasn't thinking along those lines. I didn't associate myself as being that. I was busy with a script. I had to memorize a script. Yeah, it was work. It was a job. I had to be there at a certain time in the morning and work a certain amount of hours, and that's exactly how I treated it. So I was more concerned about if the picture's any good or if I was any good in it.
Like 32 movies that have gone through it one time or another. A lot of people say, I've heard say, oh, he doesn't give a shit, about his movies. He makes all those movies and they just kind of grind them. He really cares about when he goes on stage. He really cares.
Yeah, I cared so much until I became physically ill. I would become violently ill. I'd get a temperature or something would happen to me.
What would concern you at the time about the film? What would make you ill?
The fact that I didn't have final approval of the script, which means that I couldn't say this is not good for me, or whatever.
In other words, they just used you. They did anything they wanted to do.
It was that type. It was more or less that type of thing. I don't think anybody was consciously trying to harm me. It was just Hollywood's image of me was wrong, and I knew it, and I couldn't say anything about it. I couldn't do anything about it. I'd be right into production. I was doing a lot of pictures close together. And the pictures got very similar. A lot of them got very similar. That's all I talked about. It worried me sick, So I had to change it, which I did. I had to change it around.
On the tour,
I was obligated like 4 years in advance.
Sure.
You're not going to remember things like the great dance sequence in Jailhouse Rock. Now, Jerry told you choreographed it, your thing yourself. That's a beautiful sequence.
Yeah.
How did that come about? I mean, how did you get that kind of control?
I just did it, and we had a choreographer that just more or less geared the dances off what I did. I didn't know what to do. I just felt I was obligated very heavily to, a lot of times, to things that I didn't fully believe in.
What kind of film would you have liked to have made if you would have had your choice?
That's hard to say. I would like to have had something that was more challenging instead of Hollywood's image of what they thought I was.
Now let's hear Elvis defend. He did this to defend his time in the movies. If you're a movie fan and you hear or read negatives, remember, when pushed, Elvis defended. Let's be proud of Elvis and all of his career. And let's defend it too. We love the movies.
Before, I had a completely different image of you until I met you, until I saw you in a live performance. And I think a lot of people do. It's too bad the medium is like that.
Well, no, not all the movies were that bad. In between, I would do something that was entertaining to people, just of a pure entertainment nature. So, like Tickle Me or something like that, I would do. And they work well on television.
A lot of people still watching.
Mom, how many hours do you walk?